Are you looking for a new furry friend? Rabbits are really cool and can make great pets. A sad fact is, though, that rabbits are the third most surrendered or euthanized animal. This is due to the fact that people choose to get a rabbit as a pet before they fully understand how much responsibility is behind caring for a rabbit. This chapter is to inform you of the basics of rabbit care, so that you will be well informed before making the decision to bring a rabbit into your family. Proper care for your bunny. Caring for this furry animal would require the owner to be conscious of several different yet connective measures. These would include dietary needs, housing, and bunny proofing. If the owner intends for the pet to have some level of freedom away from its cage some of the time, the following is a guide that should be adopted if the new owner is keen on ensuring optimal happy conditions and care for the pet rabbit. Diet. An ideal meal for a rabbit should include a nice mix of hay, pellets, and fresh vegetables. There should also be a bowl of fresh, clean water for the rabbit, always. Occasional treats can be given, and these would include fresh fruits, but in small quantities due to its high sugar content. Fruits such as strawberries, raspberries, bananas, pineapple, and apples without the seeds would be an ideal choice. Hay should also be included for its good digestive and dental contributing elements. A general rule to remember when feeding your pet rabbit is that you should feed it as much hay as it can possibly consume. Pellet-wise, it is recommended that you feed your pet rabbit between 1/8 and 1/4 cup per day. Depending on the age and activity levels of your pet, leafy greens make up a good majority of a rabbit's diet and should be given to it in moderate amounts. A handful should do just fine for most adult rabbits. It is also important that you know what vegetables you can and cannot feed your rabbit. Some vegetables that are safe for consumption by your pet rabbit include broccoli, carrots, celery, squash, and sweet potato. However, you should avoid giving your rabbit onions, garlic, cabbage, or any of the legumes. Feeding your rabbit the right amount of food is another thing that you need to pay attention to. Overfeeding can lead to obesity-related problems for your pet. You might also want to consider getting a scale to weigh your rabbit so you can make sure that it is maintaining a healthy weight. It is advisable to weigh your rabbit at least once a week to ensure that it is neither gaining too much weight nor losing too much weight. Housing your rabbit. Rabbits are easy to litter train. Getting the pet rabbit to use a little box for its toilet facilities is not as difficult or as unusual as most people would think. Rabbits tend to ease themselves in one or two very specific areas, and this makes the job of identifying a suitable place to locate the litter box easy. Confining the pet rabbit to a specific room until the rabbit makes it a habit of using the litter box for its toilet is a great way of training the rabbit to use a litter box. If the pet owner intends to allow the pet rabbit to eventually roam freely around the house, some bunny proofing measures need to be taken. Rabbits are especially prone to biting on wires, thus keeping them either out of reach or inside flex tubing would help. Also, providing the rabbit with lots of chewy toys and other distraction toys would help to keep it occupied and less destructive. Climate. In hot climates, it is important that you make shade and fresh water available to your pet rabbit at all times. In cold climates, you may want to consider bringing your rabbit indoors during the winter. Rabbits are especially susceptible to frostbite in their noses and ears, so if you must keep your rabbit outdoors in the winter, you should at least make sure that it has adequate shelter. Exercise. It is in the nature of rabbits to be quite active. Thus, allowing your rabbit to exercise or play outside of its enclosure for a couple of hours every day is not only necessary, but highly encouraged. This helps the rabbit to stay fit and also prevents obesity-related health issues. Remember, though, that if you decide to let your rabbit roam around your house or yard, you must bunny-proof the area first to ensure that your rabbit does not get into anything dangerous. Grooming. Since rabbits groom themselves, they do not really need to be bathed often. Brushing your rabbit, however, is a good idea since it helps to remove any excess fur and dander. You can start brushing your rabbit from the time that you get it, and it should be done at least once a week. Medical care. Like any other pet, rabbits are also susceptible to certain diseases and health issues. To prevent your rabbit from getting sick, it is best to take it to a vet for a checkup at least once a year. Vaccinations are also important to prevent your rabbit from contracting certain life-threatening diseases. Neutering or spaying your rabbit is also recommended since it helps to decrease the risk of certain cancers and behavioral problems. Remember, being a pet owner is a big responsibility. It requires a lot of time, effort, and commitment. But if you are willing to give the time, effort, and commitment required to care for a rabbit, then you will have a loving and loyal companion for many years to come. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. Take care and see you in the next video.